built entirely with mortise and tenon joinery. The craftsmanship is extraordinary.
So Yi, there's something written on that stone stele up ahead.
Okay, I didn't catch all that fancy talk, but sounds like there's a legendary weapon hidden in here.
Then we're definitely in the right place.
Once we restore the tower's master shaft, the secret of this place will be within our grasp. Come on, the others are still holding the line. We've no time to lose.
did your forebears go to all this trouble, building an entire underground palace, just to stash something down here?
Must be something very valuable.
Historical records suggest the labyrinth was built decades after the Battle of Shuli.
The Battle of Shuli. I've heard it mentioned a few times, but I never really knew what it was.
It was the battle that brought about the Jishu sect's downfall and the beginning of the 9 chapters' corruption. I'll tell you the full story another time.
Return to the misty sea.
We're closing in on the final truth, which is exactly when we can't afford to let our guard down.
And they're supposed to be enemies? This is really bad!
They're not actually the ants, but mimic megapackets built in their likeness. Play sharp.
Seriously! With all these puzzles and traps, who else but me and Little Minion could have made it this far? After all that effort, there'd better be a legendary treasure here. Don't you dare disappoint the Demon King!
This is another Steely.
Hey, Little Minion, this half of jade? It's a perfect match for the piece the Argent Loom dropped when it fled.
The Heavenwrought Cannon. Could it be?
Suyi, is this what you were after?
Sure is. This is the trump card we needed. Perfect. I knew we'd pull it off with you on our side.
After all this hard work, the Demon King will make a dazzling entrance they'll never forget!
Make way! We're here to turn the tide. Fox Hunter, see the falcon-shaped Jishu cannon on either side of the platform. This is the Heavenwrought Cannon. Just use the bane to mark a target, and the Heavenwrought Cannon will rain down fire. Now, feel the might of the barrage.
Exhilarating. Truly exhilarating. How did you find a way to activate the cannon? It's a godsend. With this support, I'll smash them to pieces. Ouch!
Preposterous. The outcome is yet undecided. It is far too early for such empty boasts.
Fine. Then I'll start by taking you down, Shiseong.
sword.
Return to the misty sea.
That's more like it. Ha-ha! At last, one of our sect's ancient creations sees daylight again. So, magistrates, still got the nerve to fight us now?
A single victory hardly shifts the grand design. Craft and contrivance are but trifles before the mandate of heaven.
Trouble! Taishu Mausoleum is under attack! All units fall back! Now!
The second symbol, Thor. Essence to embrace, facade to renounce, disbandment for the whole. A marsh dries for the mountain's sake. One loss to preserve the whole.
My head. It hurts again. Could it be?
That was incredible! Elegant arc, flawless aim, and such glorious firepower!
Hey! Are you praising my little minion, or drooling over your sect's fancy cannon?
Well, our predecessors were masters of their craft. Their creations truly embodied the wisdom of heaven and earth. All right, enough teasing. Let's be serious. If it weren't for you, today would have been a disaster. I mean it. Thank you. Truly.
That was slick. Only you could pull that off. I've got to admit, you've outshone me.
Huh? You look pale. You didn't get hurt, did you?
Little minion, say something. You all right?
The second sign has stirred, which means the prophecy is already in motion. Shiryu, what exactly are you after?
The second symbol, Thor. Essence to embrace, For Tsar to renounce, disbandment for the whole. A marsh dries for the mountain's sake. One loss, to preserve the whole. You will take shelter deep in the mountains, compromising the outer peaks, drawing the sentinels of Juntian to their gates. It is a feint, nothing more. All we seek is that you draw the city guard away. Hold your ground a little longer, and they will fall back.
Spare me the prophecy talk. If the ending's already written, why should I care? Let me go.
There is no need to rush. It seems there is much we have misunderstood about one another. Let me begin with this. I have never sought to become a god. I regret what happened at the altar. You matter to me. There were things I could not control. But know this, you were never a pawn to be played and cast aside.
Then what is it you want?
In Huashu today, the gods avert their gaze from the living, and mortals have grown numb. You have seen what the 9 chapters of Dafeng have become. My aim is simple, to cast the gods down from their lofty thrones.
Cast down the gods? You mean, to kill them?
Correct. But the power of the 9 chapters is without equal. No mortal means can oppose it. Unless I borrow the strength of one who wields a force unlike any other.
Resonance. That's why you sought me out.
Indeed. I thought this ancient power was nothing more than a relic of half-forgotten legends. Until fate led me to you. You may not yet understand the true nature of resonance, a power to guide and to command. It was with this force that our ancestor Yan founded the 9 chapters, subduing the filthoids and shaping them into the Loon God's enforcers of order. That is why only a kindred power can wound Tai Hao. By your hand, Tai Hao was struck and the sentinels drawn away. And in the heart of that raging storm, we tore open a bridge wide enough to bring down the gods. You too have a place in this ending. Will you not hear the reward I offer? Hush. Listen. The wheels of fate are already turning. See now, all has been made ready. Tai Hao lies wounded. Its defenses thinned. Now comes the decisive stroke. To breach the Taishu mausoleum with your power. Once the plan is in motion, there will be no turning back. The world itself will be overturned. Zhu, are you ready?
Since the day of my fall, long have I awaited this hour. Through moons, seasons, and turning years have I endured. My resolve hath never wavered, nor doth it admit the shadow of doubt. Yet thou, thine heart is unquiet. Hath the bond of former days softened thy will?
Zhu, the covenant of souls we forged at the altar was never meant to grant your sight into my thoughts. And yet, perhaps there is some truth in what you say. I wonder how she fares in the mountains. She must despise me deeply by now. The resonance, once wielded by the founder of the 9 chapters, has returned to this land, borne by a traveler from beyond. Does it not strike you as curious, Zhu, that something beyond design itself may be at work here? With time, all things shift, and the world has long forgotten why the gods exist at all. Should they one day learn that the deities they revere are but works of mortal hands, how would they feel, I wonder?
The sentiment of mortals toucheth not my heart. This alone I seek, to draw Tai Hao unto the pyre, and quench the hatred that through unnumbered centuries hath burned without cease.
Our needs may differ, yet our paths match. Come. To the grave that fate has prepared for us. And today, we shall set right the false order that binds Hua Xu.
How do you fare? Thank you. The headache's gone.
Forgive me. I was not here to watch over you. I have only just returned. Has Zhiliu's second prophecy already come to pass?
Yes. She used me as bait to lure the magistrates into raiding the outer peaks, just as she foretold. But her true aim wasn't to destroy the outer peaks. It was to draw the magistrates and Bian away, creating an opening to act elsewhere.
I see. So that was the cause of the sudden withdrawal. At the time, I was in the city and beheld the great tremor from the heights of the Hall of Adjudication. The townsfolk stood frozen in dread. By the time I departed, order had been restored, yet none knew the truth of what had occurred. I must apologize. I tarried in the city on personal business. Had I returned but a little sooner.
There's no need to apologize for Shu. You have matters of your own. As your friend, I only hope you see your wish fulfilled. But if ever you face something you cannot handle alone, promise me you will tell me. I will help in whatever way I can.
Your words I shall remember. I found a lead on breaking the hypnosis. Yet such matters are best spoken of when all are assembled. For now, before your strength is restored, pray take the air a while.
Sue, I'll be blunt. Is she leaving or not?
I swear on my honor, she is no spy from Xuanheng.
No spy? Then answer me this. The gate to the outer peaks have stood hidden for years, never once exposed. And the very moment she sets foot here, those wolves come sniffing.
I don't place my faith in guesswork. I believe only what I see. When the sentinels of Jintian struck, she stood with us to drive them back. That is what I saw.
How can you be sure she was not faking that to win your trust? They left on their own. We didn't drive them off. The outer peaks are wide open now, and those curs could be back any time. And when they do, will you still have the strength to push them back? Jishu's ended up like this because of people like you. Always giving ground, always backing off. Back during the Battle of Shuli, they dragged our name through the mud and no one spoke up. Those treacherous dogs from Shuanghang tore our ranks apart, and when they tried to stamp out our arts, we still kept our heads down. Now our kin either bow and scrape to the Ministry of Works, or hole up in these dark mountains. Who even remembers we once stood as one of Huashu's great pillars, equal to Xuanheng?
Enough. Xu Hong, I get it. All you care about is our sect and keeping the outer peak safe. There's something I believe even more. Cherish alike the light and the shadow. Let heaven and earth share but one heart. To act with compassion, to love all without distinction. That's the very first lesson we were taught. She's my friend, and just moments ago she saved our lives. If we turn our backs on her now, wouldn't that be the truest betrayal of the Jishu way?
You!
If you're here to talk me into sending her away, don't bother. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I won't allow it.
Su Yi?
What? You? And Snow? You heard all that?
We did.
Right. I was hoping you wouldn't. Truth is, some of the drifters think you exposed our base on purpose, that you're siding with the 9 chapters. But I've already set them straight. They won't be giving you trouble again. Don't take it to heart. They were harsh, but it's fear talking. The outer peaks? It's all we've got left.
Thanks. But they weren't wrong about everything. The Sentinels did come here because of me.
What?
Yu tampered with me. Left a mark that led the 9 chapters straight to this place. She told me herself in her second prophecy. That's why I can't stay.
But that's not your fault. You didn't know. Let me think. There's got to be another way.
It's all right, Su Yi. I'm grateful for your kindness. But the Outer Peaks has just been hit, and you've got far more urgent matters on your hands. I've got my own problems to deal with. I need to find Shilyu before the third omen comes to pass. We'll meet again. Until then, take care. All right?
Then it's a promise. We'll meet again, both in one piece. Oh, and Kujo's gone off somewhere. Probably brooding after that blazing row with Yumin. Go find him and take him with you. He keeps saying he owes you his life. And trust me, he'll stand by you to the end. There's chaos brewing in the city. You'll need all the help you can get. And that big lug's worth having if there's a fight. Oh, and another thing. No more head patting. In Huaxu, only elders can pat the younger ones' heads. Only my aunt's ever done that to me. It's all right. You're not from around here, so I won't hold it against you. All right. I need to check the damage, hand out some medicine, and later fix the base's mechanisms. Once you found Kuzhou, come back so we can put our heads together and plan our next move. I can't fight beside you this time, but I can at least give you the intel you'll need.
You go on ahead, little minion. I'm staying here.
Wow. Never thought I'd hear that. You're not coming with me.
I just want to hear more about everything they were yelling about. Zhuanheng, Jishu, the Battle of Shuli, all of it. What's wrong with being curious? My brain's buzzing.
Sure you are. You're just looking for an excuse to slack off, aren't you?
It's not like that at all. Just go find Kuzhou already before he slips off again.
You're here. Figured I'd loosen up with a bit of sword practice, but something's been off all night. Guess my head's too crammed with stray thoughts. Even the blade feels sulky about it.
You okay, Kuzhou? You're usually all easy grins. Didn't think I'd see you weighed down like this.
Used to be I'd laugh at folks who got all mushy in the dead of night. Now look at me. Can't stop my mind from drifting back. I used to train here. First with twigs, then a wooden sword, and finally the real thing. Yuming and Buxia would be standing right where you are now. Yuming with that stern face, correcting my every swing. And Buxia... that girl was like a squirrel, always bouncing, cheering me on whenever I pulled off a good move. Now it's just one troubled soul soaking in all this fine moonlight. Bit of a waste, huh?
Uxia. Yuming mentioned that name when you two were arguing earlier. Who was she?
Our Shimei. Little junior apprentice. We found her wandering, homeless, down at Mist Wharf and took her in. She's... not with us anymore.
What happened?
She paid the price for freedom. Ironic, isn't it? We drifters spend our lives chasing it with everything we've got. And in the end, that same freedom took hers away. You probably know this. In Huashi, from the day you're born, the 9 chapters have you bound. No fighting. No training with weapons. No defiance. And heaven finds you if you so much as disrespect the Lung gods. So if you want real freedom, you've got to break those chains. That's been the Drifter's creed since day one. Five years ago, we built the Tianluo Veil, a device to shut out the 9 chapters' hold. At last, we'd done it. Everyone in the Outer Peaks was over the moon, feast after feast, and you couldn't walk 5 steps without the smell of grilled meat clinging to your clothes. But we missed one truth. The 9 chapters didn't just punish those who broke the rules. They also kept deterioration at bay.
Wait. You mean...
Exactly what you're thinking. We'd lived in peace too long. To outsiders, deterioration is a living nightmare. But here in Huashi, it was just a word in dusty old books. Under the 9 chapters' sway, the afflicted would change straight into Beyond, the realm's enforcers of law. But when we shut the chapters out, the monsters came back. Wuxia was on the brink of adulthood. The night before her coming of age, she turned into a mindless, raging filthoid and tore through our base. Many died, our Shifu among them. She'd complained of headaches, but we brushed it off. Just a cold, we thought. A martial artist's body can take worse. Only Yu Ming worried enough to slip into town alone for medicine. He asked me to stay and watch her, but I didn't. I heard there was a traveling circus in town, so off I went. I mean, what's babysitting compared to a street show?
And then, what happened?
Hours later, I came back to the Outer Peaks, and there was blood everywhere. Yu Ming stood right in the middle. The sight turned my stomach. I'll never forget it. He'd killed her himself. The girl we'd raised like a little sister. The medicine he'd gone to such lengths to get lay spilled across the ground, steeped in her blood. From that day, he barely smiled. Spoke less and less. Then, one night under the full moon, he was gone. When we met again, he was already a magistrate of Yingtian. I don't know what deal he made with the Argent Lung, but I do know my Shisyung, the big brother who'd stay after lessons to fix my sword form, who'd sneak me out for osmanthus cakes, is never coming back. Haven't watched a street show since. Truth is, I knew he was right. When he asked me, what comes after tearing things down? I had no answer then. I've none now. All these years, I've lived with regret. If we'd been there for her that day, or looking further back, if we'd never shut out the 9 chapters in the first place, would it all have been different? We chased freedom headlong, blind to the price. Tell me, were we wrong from the start?
Joe, I've lost a dear friend to deterioration too. I know what it feels like. But this wasn't your fault. And it wasn't the 9 chapters either. The blame lies with deterioration and nothing else. So don't carry it like it's yours. Even if the 9 chapters had stopped it, Bushya would have turned into a Bian. Mindless, soulless, cut off from everyone she loved. That's no kind of life. Right and wrong aren't always clear, but one thing is, wanting to protect others is never wrong. My life used to be simple. Bait the hook, the fish bites. Pull the trigger, the hare falls. Everything had rules I could read at a glance. But after I left home, I found the world far messier than I'd thought. Things rarely go the way you expect. I once knew a doctor who strove to save lives. He failed. In the end, he had to kill the very patients he meant to save, and lost his own life for it. I heard of a boy chasing his childhood dream, but the choices he made to reach it left him past saving. He became a monster, trapped in a grotesque shell. These past days have shown me how fickle fate can be. Even with different choices, the ending might be no better than now. So, instead of mourning the past, I'd rather look to what can still be done. Like how we'll defend these people if deterioration comes again. But whatever you do, don't stop. Keep moving forward. Standing still changes nothing.
Don't stop. You're right. Sitting here wallowing won't change a thing. The past's out of reach. But the future? That's still mine to chase. Thanks. All right. We've been out here long enough. My great-aunt won't say it, but I'll bet she's worried sick. Let's get back before the old lady paces a hole through the floor.